Hello and welcome to already day 25 of Inktober Tangles challenge. I'm Anica, a CZT from Croatia. And because I have such a small space on this tile, I think I'm just going to glue the two together. I try to draw as much as possible on one tile at a time because it's so much easier to manipulate it. It's also much easier when I'm filming a video just to not take too much or not being too careful about how I rotate my tiles and how I move them without going outside of the frame, video frame. So but now I think there comes the time to glue these two together and just do the transfer. And after I do it, I will unglue them again. So day 25 and the new tangle by Nero, Quasilla. I guess that you all know Nero, one of my favorite tanglers, no doubt about it. And the one who actually was to blame that I found Zentangle. I'm starting with these two elongated teardrop shapes, and then I will just add an aura around them. So I found Zentangle thanks to Nero because, many years ago I was making jewelry and I was using Annie's jewelry making tutorials. She was very good at jewelry making. I guess she's the one that's good at anything that she does. And after I noticed that she hasn't been active in making jewelry, I searched for her to see what she's up to, and then I found that she was tangling, and I immediately fell in love with Zentangle. So I'm always thankful to Nero for introducing me without even knowing about it to Zentangle. Well, my first Quasilla is done, and I know that I haven't commented a lot while I was drawing it, but I will add a few more, and I think it's quite easy and of course a beautiful tangle. So I will just add another one and again start with a really long teardrop shape and then another one, and then I will just add aura lines. And for some reason I started with one and then I added another one. These might not be the same as Annie's, which is totally fine because we have such different styles. And I think, she has such a distinctive style. It's difficult for me to even try to imitate it. But here's another one. Quite easy. It would also be very good, for doing some kind of a radial design, like in a mandala or something like that. I think I will here add just a single one of these, and now I noticed how inconsistent I am with these lines, the hatching, which would be best, if you do these lines in the same direction, but well, it is what it is. It's now here, and I will embrace it as it is. Maybe another just small one right here to leave less space without any tangles. And then again, hatching can really effectively be used instead of shading. So when you use these lines like this, you don't even need to shade. One typical thing about Nero is using hatching for shading and also using these small marks like this, which are kind of making these shapes look more organic. Again, not my style, but it really adds a lot of interest to the drawings. This elongated shape next to the border, I will just fill it with lines. And then I will move to shading in and highlighting. I'm not sure if I will add any more of these Quasilla branches. Maybe I will, but I'll first do the shading and highlighting and then later decide about that. Well, as I said, with the shading and highlighting, not much more needs to be done with shading after you do the hatching, because it's very efficient way or effective way to do the shading without actually using the pencils. So I'll just add some, and then I will take my 08 pen to add some white to these upper parts of Quasilla to add them some highlight. And then of course I'll do what I always did, add some shades and highlights to the border too. I'll take my Jelly Roll 10 just to do it quicker and more efficiently. And then maybe some more shade to the spaces around Quasilla here. And also, I think now is the time to add the highlights to my Holibo, which crossed to another tile. Try to do this slowly. You need to take it a little bit slower with your white pen, white Jelly Roll. And only one thing left to do is blend these shades next to Quasilla. I think that these Quasilla, flowers or, branches, whatever they are, they look kind of cute just peeking from this part here. I think that I won't add any more. Maybe just play with highlights a little bit more. I didn't switch to the 10. Maybe just some more shades here below the highlighted part. And I think I'm done for today. Thank you for joining me. As I'm saying this, I'm actually considering adding some more, but I'm not sure if I'll do it or not. Let's play some more. Let's just add, so you know. I was already planning to just call it a day, but sometimes I'm adding this aura line. Maybe it seems like a counterintuitive way to do that. Maybe it is as well. Again, these hatched lines, and maybe you have noticed on a few pieces that I did before that I did add maybe a little bit bolder line on top of it to help enhance the shading. And then of course shading and highlighting just the way we always do it. I might need some sharpening. This tool, it's very nice to have nicely sharpened pencils so that you can be precise about where you apply shades and highlights. I'm just doing the same as I did before. So I don't think that you need more explanations about how it's done. Okay, two more or one more. And now this time really I call it a day, and I thank you for being here with me. See you tomorrow. Bye.